Housekeeping. Either you're crazy, or you're atoning for something naughty, and you're crazy.
He's a doctor.
I'm not atoning for anything.
That answers that. Thanks.
My Marissa was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer, stage 4 glioblastoma. When the doctor said she had 2 months to live, that's when I made my bargain.
With your health insurance carrier?
With God.
Oh.
I told him I would nail myself to a cross every year he kept her alive.
So how did that negotiation go? You lowballed with ear piercing and God countered?
3 weeks later, she was cancer-free. And that was 4 years ago.
Pontius Pilate. Misunderstood oncologist.
Yeah, my ex-wife thinks I'm crazy, too. She moved out the first time I did this.
At least your daughter has one viable role model.
You don't believe in God?
I did. Then I grew my curly hairs.
So how do you think I was cured?
Maybe you were misdiagnosed in the first place.
You have your answer, doctors. We have ours.
Causal determinism. We are hardwired to need answers. The caveman who heard a rustle in the bushes, checked out to see what it was, lived longer than the guy who assumed it was just a breeze. The problem is, when we don't find a logical answer, we settle for a stupid one. Ritual is what happens when we run out of rational.
If you're done mocking him, we need to prep for an LP.
Good. Another hole in him should really make God's day.
We think you have Rhodococcus equi, a horse infection. It's pretty rare in humans, but easily treatable with antibiotics.
Does it make your teeth fall out?
No. Then again, maybe we were wrong.
Fever, coughing up blood, coughing up teeth. So either God sweetened the deal with a no flossing clause, or...
Radiation sickness?
Yeah, maybe the carpenter builds microwave ovens.
Kaposi sarcoma?
No skin lesions.
Heavy metal poisoning fits, canned tuna, sushi, lead paint.
Heavy metal it is. Do a home search and a peripheral smear.
I can't. I have a personal errand to run.
Trying to catch your wife cheating?
Why would you say that?
Missing mojo, posture slumped, expression defeated. Didn't try to back up your theory. And Chase told me, go, find your mojo.
You're okay with burglary now?
I ask his permission. The reason we don't ask permission is we're afraid the patient is going to hide something, but our patient hasn't been home, lives alone. He doesn't have any help, and he has no motive to hide anything.
You asked for his key, too?
Oh, doesn't have one.
And now we know why. Think he's crazy?
Crucifixion's pretty convincing evidence. Lead paint.
The place is too new. He believes in a higher power that can affect his life, like most people on the planet.
True. On the other hand, crucified himself.
No canned tuna. I don't think we have to worry about sushi.
No computer, no television, no music. What does he do?
He reads. Prayer's been proven to aid recovery.
Only if a person knows they're being prayed for. Means there's no objective effect.
So faith comes from within. Not exactly newsflash.
I guess worry is good for the waistline.
It's not worry, it's starvation. His tooth didn't fall out because of heavy metal poisoning, it fell out because of malnutrition.
He does have Rhodococcus equi.
Taub was right. You just didn't know why.
Why didn't you tell us you were starving yourself?
Well, I wasn't trying to. I'm on a tight budget, and it seemed like an okay diet.
Well, you seem to be feeling better.
Not really. My legs are killing me.
How bad is the pain? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst.
9.5.
Why are you smiling?
Not smiling.
leg pain and pseudobulbar affect. He's feeling one emotion while unknowingly expressing another one.
Classic neurohycacia. 2 days of anticholinergics, you'll be walking out of here.
Really?
No, I just made that up to see your reaction. Diagnostic test. This is awesome. 33-year-old carpenter presenting with narcissism, delusions of grandeur, hallucinations.
He hasn't had hallucinations.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about him with a capital OMG.
You want us to do a differential diagnosis on Jesus?
Hears voices, thinks he's the son of God, probably schizophrenic.
I think you offended him.
You're saying the patient's religious extremism could be a symptom.
A neuro disorder could explain all his delusions.
Get an MRI of his brain. Let's see if we can find God.
Chickens aren't roosting. She's just got a friend, a guy she met in an online support group for cheating spouses.
I've heard of that group. It's called Irony.
You think she's cheating on her spouse with someone from a cheating spouse support group?
Sounds like the perfect place to hit on vulnerable women.
Look, multiple dense lesions.
It looks like MS.
How did we miss MS?
It was hiding behind the malnutrition. MS attacks the immune system. No system, no symptoms.
And now we're feeding him, so they're both back.
How are you feeling?
Terrible.
Obviously. Where are your friends? Still casting lots for your clothes?
All I ask is that they pray for me.
Always sacrificing. Very inspirational. The lesions are in your temporal lobes. When those areas get messed with, people have strange experiences. Like hauntings, saline abductions, past lives.
Deals with God? He didn't come to see if I was better. He came to see if your medicine has turned me into an atheist.
I'd settle for agnostic.
Faith is not a disease.
No, of course not. On the other hand, it is communicable, and it kills a lot of people.
I can't move my arm.
You feel that? Your friends are not praying hard enough.
It's not MS.
Paralysis is a symptom of MS, so are leg pain and pseudobulbar affect.
It's getting worse on the prednisone. It's not MS.
The MRI was clear he has lesions.
Could be an AVM, cerebral infarction.
Let's put it to the vote. Best or cummerbund?
Cummerbund.
You know me. I can't say no to any of you guys. You're all correct. He has MS, but not the friendly Mr. Rogers MS. This is the weird guy in the panel van kind.
Marburg MS?
What did I just say?
He'll be dead in 2 to 3 days at the most.
That's unless we can get someone to nail themselves to a cross as soon as possible. Or stem cell treatment.
That's an experimental treatment.
It's had promising results with demyelinating diseases.
It's our best shot.
It would be if it wasn't embryonic stem cell treatment. Our patient's right at the Pope. He's never going to consent to that.
I know that. You know that. He doesn't know that. But now she knows that. He's gonna know that. Way to go. Confirm Marburg. And see if he's a fair weather flagellator. I hate rehearsal dinners almost as much as I hate weddings. The only reason anyone gets married is that Homo erectus females needed protection from predators while breastfeeding. The only reason these two are getting married is to throw an obnoxious gal and make the rest of us feel unworthy. Even though we know in 2 years the lawyers are going to be fighting over the Bentleys.
That'll make a lovely toast.
She's got looks, he's got money. One of them is bound to run out.
I give it 19 months.
It's very specific.
No-fault divorce in New Jersey requires couples to live at least 18 months apart. Actually, only giving it a few weeks.
Oh, thought I was supposed to be the dark one.
Not today.
Yeah. You're gonna have to go stag. My patient is refusing treatment.
And you care?
No. It's an excuse you can't argue with.
Accepting this treatment is an insult to God. I can't expect him to keep our deal.
You already broke it. Your blood test showed you were loaded with ibuprofen.
Taking painkillers breaks my deal.
The point is to suffer like your savior did, right? Well, he didn't take myrrh, the Tylenol of ancient Rome. And his nails went through his wrists, not through his palms. Palms are for sissies. What about the 39 lashes and the beatings and the crown of thorns? What you go through is closer to a bad manicure than a crucifixion.
It's not about showing God my pain, it's about showing him my faith. If he asks me to die for my daughter, I'll do it gladly.
Oh, don't make this about your daughter. You're just worried that if we find a cure, that'll cost you your faith. And then you'll be like the rest of us.
Alone and afraid. You're right. I don't want that.
You're smiling. Does that mean that you're comfortable with your choice, or that you're afraid? Because this may be your only hope.
You can prescribe a lot of things, but hope isn't one of them.
Sticking by your convictions and damning the consequences. You two have a lot in common. You're both idiots.
All convictions equally ridiculous?
Just when they're applied indiscriminately to all circumstances.
He needs to see his daughter.
He needs to see Inherit the Wind.
And tell her he's dying because God doesn't want him to take his medicine. Honesty's not all bad.
Get her in here.
You don't have to die, not if you take their medicine.
The treatment violates God's laws. He doesn't want me to take it.
But God doesn't want you to die. He doesn't want anyone to die. He's all about love.
I know this is coming from your mother.
This is coming from me. I'm the one who almost died. I know what it's like. And you're my daddy. You can't die.
I wish I didn't have to.
You don't have to, Daddy. Just take the medicine. You always told me to take the medicine, please.
One day, you're going to understand.
No, I'm not. I'm never going to understand that. If God could do this, I hate God.